Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We begin today with Rag a-sabad-a-day, Kar Pehla, and the Bani we are going to recite is Sodar. The interesting thing about Sodar is that it appears 3 times in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, albeit with some variations, which are quite minor and believed to be more an attempt to meet the meter requirements rather than any change in the essential meaning. That's how important this Bani might be. So let's recite it first and see what it contains. The recitation. Ik Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhav Nirvair Akal Murt Ajuni Swabhang Gur Prasad Rag Asa Mahalla Pehla Kar Pehla Sodar Tera Keha So Kar Keha Jit Veh Sarv Samahale Vaje Tere Naad Anek Asankha Kete Tere Vavan Hare Kete Tere Rag Parisyo Kahiya Kete Tere Gavan Hare Gavan hai tudno Paun Pani Vaisantar Gave Raja Dharm Dware Gavan hai tudno Chit Gupt Likh Janan Likh Dharm Vichare Gavan tudno Isara Brahma Devi Sohan Tere Sada Savare Gavan tudno Indra Indrasan Baithe Devtyan Dar Nale Gavan hai tudno Siddha Samadhi Andar Gavan hai tudno Sadh Vichare Gavan tudno Jati Sati Santokhi Gavan tudno Veer Karare Gavan tudno Pandit Pade Rakhi Sar Jug Jug Beda Nale Gavan tudno Mohan Mohaniya Man Mohan Surg Mach Pyale Gavan tudno Ratan Upaye Tere Jete 68 Teerth Nale Gavan tudno Jodh Mahabal Sura Gavan tudno Khani Chare Gavan tudno Khand Manda Brahmanda Kar Kar Rakhe Tere Tare Sei tudno Gavan Jo tud Pavan Ratte Tere Bhagt Rasale ਹੋਰ ਕੇਤੇ ਤੁਧਨੋ ਗਾਵਨ ਸਿਮ ਚਿਤ ਨ ਆਵਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਿਆ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਸੋਈ ਸੋਈ ਸਦਾ ਸਚ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਚਾ ਸਾਚੀ ਨਾਈ ਐ ਵੀ ਹੋਸੀ ਜਾਏ ਨ ਜਾਸੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਜਿਨ ਰਚਾਈ ਰੰਗੀ ਰੰਗੀ ਭਾਤੀ ਜਿਨਸੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਜਿਨ ਉਪਾਈ ਕਰ ਕਰ ਦੇਖੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਉ ਤਿਸ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਜੋ ਤਿਸ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਕਰਸੀ ਫਿਰ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਜਾਈ ਸੋ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਹਿ ਪਾਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਨਕ ਰਹਿਣ ਰਜਾਈ। The passage is long, and it may not be possible to actually translate each line. It might perhaps be better to talk about what is being captured in this stanza. The first thing that you can capture is the absolute sense of awe, wonder, and ecstasy that Guru Nanak must have felt in experiencing creation around and within him. Because the Bani begins with So Dar Keha, So Kar Keha, Jit Beh Sarb Samale. Now, very commonly this is translated as where is that gate, where is that house from where you look over your creation, meaning this is a question and an address to the Creator. Our suggestion would be to look at this as expression of awe at the fact that creation is everywhere. So when Guru Nanak says, "So Dar Keha," what he's saying is, what a wondrous creation this is, your threshold. Creation is the threshold where you are. Creation is the source, the origin, Kar. One of the meanings of Kar is origin. It is this creation. If we wish to know the Creator, we need to know the creation we live in. So what is Guru Nanak's sense of what creation is all about? His answer for us to ponder is that creation is all around us, within and without. It is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. For us humans, creation can be grasped in all its expressions that Guru Nanak essentially lists in this passage. In the elements, in the gods and goddesses, in the seekers of all stripes, in music, in learning, in short, in everything. Everywhere, this creation is expressed through sound and form. Infinite, resonance, endless, and forever. So the universe is being described as a cosmic symphony of countless sounds, manifesting as a myriad of forms endlessly and forever. And he describes the entire creation as singing to the Creator. Gavan tudno, gav hai, khand mandal var panda, kar kar rakhe tare. Gavan ratan upay tere, 68 tirath nale. So everything is singing to you, Guru Nanak says. So how are we to understand singing? Well, singing should be understood to mean the sound created by the dance of life. And it is expressed for the purpose for which a thing was intended. So we are singing, meaning we are resonating with the Shabad, with an intent. So the air is meant to blow, fire is meant to burn, and water is meant to run. Similarly, each one of us has been called out into creation through sabad, through a resonance. And it is that resonance that we must express. Singing is also praise, which implies a kind of seeking. So we are all seeking our source, whether we are an ascetic, a sage, a pandit, or a deity. Singing, to me, can also be seen as the pursuit of excellence in each one of us as we try to reach beyond ourselves. And Guruji appears to be pointing to excellence in speech, in language, in music, in knowledge, and above all, awareness of the world around you. So, if you keep the context of where this composition first appeared in Jap Bani, a fairly straightforward theme is being played out and addressing the mind's transformation. Because we must not overlook the fact that Gurbani is eventually poetry and metaphor. So the essential meanings have to be drawn out within the context of the text. And so this stanza should also be read as a depiction of a transformed and self-realized mind, the patterns that we discern in nature, the vibratory source of creation, Oankar, manifest within us. So there is a link between what is out there and what is within us. The two are not mutually exclusive, you see. So this composition illuminates us with a description of the mind that is living in accord with the natural order of things. Because if you look at the opening line, so Dar Keha, Keha can also mean everywhere. So it is an exclamation of awe and wonder. Awesome is that Dar of consciousness, and awesome the inner sanctum, the Kar, the source, which is in reaching out, Sarab Samale, a transformed mind in a new home, meaning that it has healed its psychic fracture with the self and is now an integrated whole. So when we view this passage from that perspective, the passage becomes a description of the inner process of a mind that records and retranslates personal experiences in the language of Hukum. So like the universe without, there is a symphony of sounds within, namely our thoughts that were a cacophony to begin with, but through Guru wisdom now expressed as a musical harmony. That is to say, they do not create resistance or elicit counter-reactions. A transformed mind expresses itself, its moods, feelings, musically, that is to say, harmoniously. So, there are some takeaways from this composition which we ought to dwell over. Wonder, awe, and amazement. These qualities, without these qualities, no true learning is ever possible, because they underlie the sense of inquisitiveness which fuels learning. The thing to note is that there are multiple ways of learning. Direct elimination, learning from nature, as indicated here, and of course empirical learning that relies on logic and reasoning. With that note, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.